watching Fox 45 Morning News. All local, all morning.
It's a tough discussion for any family, but planning for the future. What you need to know now that people are, well, helping them live longer lives and how you can afford to live the longer lives. We're speaking with that author coming up right after the break. You're watching Fox 45 Morning News, all local, all morning. Well, the good news is people today are living longer, healthier lives. Today we're planning for longevity, and we're doing it with author Scott Page. The bad news is, Scott, not all of us can afford to keep living these longer lives, right?
No, it's not. You know, it's the good news, bad news. The good news is you're going to be around a lot longer. The bad news is you need to figure out how to pay for it.
And that's just it. It's Never Too Late, your book right here, your first book.
Yes.
Tell me, you just told me real briefly, first of all, you're an Essex man.
Yes.
You're right from around here. And now you said you started this 7 years ago. What changed?
Well, you know, I started writing the book for technical advisors to lawyers and accountants and professional advisors, and it sort of morphed into real people, you know, middle of America, things that people that deal with the same problems I dealt with. A lot of the stories in the book are about my parents, how I came to grips with their mortality, my own mortality, planning for my brother. I had lost a brother a year ago. All the conversations around talking about death and dying, planning for funerals. You know, patience and persistency, dealing with parents. You know, it came to my parents, I was like, look, we know Tracy, his name was Tracy, he's going to die. Right. We need to deal with this. You know, the parents are like, we don't want to talk about it. It's, you know, he's going to be fine. I'm like, Mom, he's got terminal cancer, he's not going to live. We need to talk about it. Right. And it took a while to get to the point, but once the discussion started, it became a very healing type of environment for all of us. And, you know, my brother said, I don't want a boring wake. I don't want people standing around eating cold sandwiches. So we did a Baltimore tradition. We had a bull roast and a crab feast. We had a DJ, draft beer. It was a big party, a celebration for life. So I urge everyone to start thinking outside of the box. We're all going to die. Let's start planning for it, because it makes it a lot easier for you and your loved ones.
I think your parents' reaction, though, is what almost everybody thinks. We know it's going to happen. We know the steps we're supposed to be taking, but we don't want to deal with it. This book, you say you target how to actually implement those steps.
Yes, tiny little basic common sense steps that you can take to make things a little easier. You know, just being able to pre-plan your own funeral. You know, if you can actually come to grips with that and plan it. I saved almost $8,000 by planning it in advance, because the last thing you want to do is walk into a funeral home, emotionally charged, and have a funeral director say, you know, to show the most respect for your loved one, you need the gladiator casket, and you need this watertight vault, and you need this massive headstone. If you can make all those plans up front and talk about your loved ones with it, it makes things a lot easier for you, and you can save a lot of money.
People can come out, shake your hands, and get you to sign their books, too. Where is that happening?
Absolutely. I'm speaking at 1 o'clock on Saturday at the Towson Barnes & Noble, and I'm also at 4 o'clock at the White Marsh Barnes & Noble.
All right, there you go. It's Never Too Late, Scott Page, right here, local author, making it easy for all of us to prepare for the end of life.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for coming in. We appreciate that.
Thanks for having me.